"You're not even sitting with family," she said, moving my chair away at her engagement dinner. Everyone laughed. I stood there, holding my plate. Then her new fiancé smirked. "Know your place." I froze. And in that moment, I realized something they didn't. My name's Ethan Cole. I'm 34. I worked as a freelance writer, barely getting by most months. I wasn't rich or flashy, but I had something they never saw coming. If you've ever been treated like you didn't belong, subscribe and tell me below. Click hype. Let's prove them wrong together. I spent 4 years with her. 4 years believing we were building something real. I supported her when she had nothing, helped her through job losses, listened to her dreams late at night. Back then, money didn't matter to her, or at least that's what she said. Then things changed slowly. She started talking about status, about what people think, about living a better life. I didn't fit that picture anymore. Then he showed up. Expensive watch, loud laugh, the kind of guy who filled a room just by walking in. A millionaire, she said. I remember the first time he looked at me, like I was already beneath him. At that dinner, she barely looked at me. She moved my seat and said, "You're not really family anymore." He laughed and added, "Writing? That doesn't pay bills, man." Everyone joined in. I felt the heat in my face, the smell of rich food turning sour in my stomach. Then she handed me back the watch I once gave her and said, "I upgraded my life." I was about to walk out when I noticed her mother watching me, quiet, uneasy, like she knew something no one else did. After that night, I disappeared from their world. Group chats gone, calls ignored. I found out about the wedding from a mutual friend. I wasn't invited. Of course not. Then she posted online, smiling next to him, writing, "Sometimes you outgrow people." The comments were worse. "Upgrade, finally with a real man." People I knew liked those posts. Some even added their own jokes about me. It stung more than I expected. Then came the rumors. Her family started telling people I was lazy, that I held her back, that I had no ambition. Even friends I trusted stopped replying. I started questioning everything. Was I really that small, that forgettable? But something didn't feel right. Their perfect life looked too perfect, too loud. I stopped reacting. I stopped defending myself. Instead, I watched. I listened. And one thing kept bothering me. Her mother never joined them. Not once. She stayed quiet. And sometimes I caught her looking at me differently, like she wanted to say something but couldn't. What they didn't know was I wasn't just some struggling writer. I had built something quietly. Late nights, early mornings, years of work no one cared to notice. I ran an anonymous storytelling channel. Millions of views. Stories people connected with. Stories they shared. Stories they cried over. Ironically, they had laughed at content just like mine, not knowing I wrote it. I had everything saved. Messages, posts, timelines. Every moment of disrespect, every lie. I wasn't planning revenge at first, but after that dinner, something changed. I realized silence wasn't protecting me, it was hiding my strength. And then her mother started messaging me. Short messages, careful words, like she was testing if I would respond. That's when her cousin reached out too. She was always treated like the outsider in their family. She said, "I saw what they did. It's not right." We started talking. She told me things I didn't know, about the family's behavior, about how they always chose image over truth. Then she mentioned the fiancé. "He's not clean," she said. That got my attention. We started digging. It didn't take long to find cracks, questionable deals, shady partnerships, nothing illegal on the surface, but enough to raise questions. Meanwhile, they were getting louder. Bigger parties, more posts, more showing off. The wedding was turning into a spectacle. She looked happy online, perfect even, but I knew better now. Then one night, I got a message from her mother. "We need to talk." That was it. No explanation, just that. I stared at my phone for a long time. Whose side was she really on? The wedding day arrived bright and loud. Expensive cars lined up outside, guests dressed like they were attending a show, not a marriage. I walked in quietly. Conversation slowed. People stared. I heard whispers. She saw me almost immediately. Her smile dropped. She walked straight up to me and said, "You're not really family anymore." I looked at her calmly and said, "I know, but everyone deserves the truth." I connected my phone to the main screen. The room filled with the sound of my voice from my channel. Then the stories played. Not just stories. Our story. Her posts, his comments, their words, the timeline of everything they did. People started recognizing it. "Wait, that's him," someone said. The room shifted. Then came the second part, evidence about her fiancé, deals that didn't add up, names that raised eyebrows. The whispers grew louder. Her mother stepped forward then. "It's all true." Silence hit the room. Pure shock. Everything collapsed in minutes. Guests pulled out their phones, some walked out, others just stared. She looked at me like she didn't know who I was anymore. I looked back and said, "You didn't upgrade. You just exposed yourself." I didn't wait for a response. I walked out of that place with my head up. No anger left, just clarity. My name was out there now. People knew what I'd built. Messages started pouring in. Support, respect, things I never got from them. The wedding didn't happen. It couldn't. Too much had come out. Her image was gone. The family went quiet. Even her mother distanced herself after that. I realized something on the drive home. They thought I was nothing because I stayed quiet. But silence isn't weakness. It's timing. And when the time came, I didn't just speak. I showed everything. I didn't just get revenge. I got myself back. If you've ever been publicly humiliated or made to feel small, I get it. Share your story below. Subscribe and connect. Click hype to help this reach others. Your story has power. If you felt a connection to mine, please subscribe and share your journey in the comments. Every hype helps someone else feel seen and stronger.